Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3. We're having a lot of fun. I'm really loving this run. It's easily my favorite one so far. I'm having the most fun I've ever had. And honestly, like, I just can't wait to see what's next, you know? And that's, even though I sort of know some of the things that are next, it's just been really fun. So, anyway, our iron is not great right now. Part of that's because quite a bit of it's being taken up. Oh, no, never mind. Steel's kind of backed up. Nice. Finally. That's actually really good. But iron is not backed up, and so thing number one that I'm thinking is this should probably be a little shed rather than just a box, because I think we just need a bigger buffer, especially because train stuff is involved. I think we just need this whole thing as a buffer, because more of a buffer means that on average we're not actually ever running out of iron, right? I'm thinking a lot of this is because of the iron niobium alloy, because when we look at the recipe, oh yeah, that's hard to find. This one, yeah, it's 15 iron plates per 2. So that's 7.5 plates per niobium alloy, and if we're making hundreds of niobium alloy, which we are, that's thousands and thousands of iron plates, and we're almost backed up, so that's great. I figured that would be an expensive process, and it was. Anyway, we are gonna do iron 2 at some point. I could do it right now. We even already set it up in Hellmod right here. And it's insanely good. I mean, it's insanely good. 24 iron plates, and we get tailings. I mean, it's pretty awesome. The borax cost is medium, but other than that, and I guess it actually costs a decent amount of solid fuel too. But other than those issues, like, it's a huge amount of iron. And the borax per iron is still not that much, right? It's just, we're getting a lot of iron. But I don't really think that's what we need right now, so I'm not going to work on that. I think what we need is transport belt capacity. No, we don't even need that right now. We talked about it at the end of the last episode. We're gonna piece together the py2 situation, and it's gonna be a little tricky. I'm not sure. Yes, our chorus is decay, so we're gonna have to make those on site. I'm just thinking about, like, should we make the Sarcoris for this in the same place as the Sarcoris for logistics science? And I think the answer is a resounding yes. Especially because we also need glassware, right, for Pi 1. And so then we're getting glassware in the same spot, we're making the Sarcoris in the same spot. So I think it's gonna be a long road, but we're gonna shift to making science in the train base. And that's gonna be really rough. So maybe we start with some of the easier things, like let's look into what's Perogen. The other hard part is sometimes in Hellmod it's hard to know which one you get first. It's probably this one. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Yeah, the cytostatics and subcritical water and artificial blood and all that. The other hard part about building it out in Hellmod, unfortunately, is it doesn't show spoilage. So that would be really helpful if we could see that items spoil, and we can't. So cytostatics, the first version is the one without Decalin. Wait, what's the difference between these two? Oh, that one has Arcad Propolis. Propolis? Anyway. So yeah, these are just a lot of words we don't understand yet, and we're gonna have to boil it all down to words we do understand. So I'm gonna turn... Wait, what? Oh, Wait, Peregrine has Sarcoris as a byproduct? Wait, what? Oh, look at that. Okay. Well, that's nice. So then, and it's almost the equal amounts too. Like we end up with a tiny amount of extra Peregrine, but not so much that it's a huge deal. So does it make sense to make Sarcoris the other way then? It might not. It is cheaper though to do it that way, I think. Ah, I did the wrong X again. I don't know. Anyway, Decalin is a weird combo of stuff. It's Nexlet, Titanium, Aromatics, and Hydrogen. It's not really that expensive, and we don't need that much of it. So cytostatic, I'm just curious if having this, let's see, it'll probably matrix solve correctly. Yeah, 16.7%. So that way we're not doing extra. Is that overall cheaper? 0.173 cotton guts and 0.024 plasmids. And if I do 0% on this, 0.027 plasmids versus 0.024 and 0.173 versus I guess I can just hit the reset button. 0.178. So it is a little bit more a little bit more cotton guts, a tiny bit more plasmids, but probably just worth it to not deal with the complexity. However, we do want to improve. Now here's the thing. We also are going to need to improve our Pi Science Pack 1 production and Logistics Science production eventually. So we're going to need to make Sarcoris on site anyway. So you know what? No, I'm gonna back out on what I said. Hold on, let me find out. So we know in the next science tier it goes 1, 2, 3, 6. What does it do after that? After that, it goes 1, 2, 3, 6, 10. Oh my god. So add 1, add 3, add 4. Does it add 5 next? Please don't tell me it adds 5 next. Oh, it's even worse than that. It adds 10. At that point, we need 10 groupings. Or 10 pi 1 per grouping. Oh my god. And then what about after that? Oh god, it goes to 30. Then we get military science thrown in there on all of them. What about after that? We get to pi 4. Oh, then it goes to 20, 30, 60. Jesus. I mean, we'll have productivity modules and stuff by then, but still, this is hilarious. Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about that. The question for right now is... What is the question right now? What I'm trying to think is, do I want to add in the, like, logistics science recipe? Because if this is 0.2, this needs to be 0.4. And then that means some big amounts of Sarcoris, right? And then, yeah, I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and do it this way. Oops. Shift click. So then we need 0.6. Because wait, I keep forgetting. It's 1, 2, 3, 6, right? Yeah. Okay. And then automation science of 1, 2, 3, 6. So we need 1.2. Okay. Why did it do 1.201? That's so odd. Like it's introducing rounding somehow where no rounding exists. Floating point numbers, am I right? Anyway, so this is kind of the overall chunk of what we need. I wanted to mainly see the glassware, and then the Sarcoris is going to add up. Most of the other stuff is different, but that's good to have all together. And then, yeah. So this is pretty much it. The Sarcoris from the Peregrine will help offset the cost of the Sarcoris for the logistics science. No, sorry, that's backwards. I'm gonna need to make a little bit of extra Sarcoris to offset the Sarcoris we don't have yet. But we need sea sponges, which are a whole thing. We need arcads. We need, what's artificial blood? Oh yeah, albumin and Flutec PP6. How could you forget about albumin and Flutec PP6? Okay, so that's definitely going to be blood. And Flutec PP6. Oh no, the cobalt fluoride and more Decalin. I forgot about the cobalt fluoride. So that requires cobalt extract and some other crap, but cobalt extract is the really painful one. I think the one we're gonna have is the 3X. Let me double check that. Cobalt extract. Yeah, mixed ores, pressurized air, and cyanic acid. And mixed ores is this weird combination of rare earth, nickel, and copper. We need a bunch of cobalt extract for something else. This is not that scary. What is it we need cobalt extract for? I think it's... oh, maybe the stainless steel? Or maybe they changed the recipe, or maybe it's Nisei I'm remembering. Or cobalt sulfate. I don't think it's TCl that I'm remembering. Or maybe it's cobalt fluoride goes in something else important. No, I don't remember making any of those. Okay, whatever. The important part is WTF is going on. And that's just for Peregrine. There's still good alien samples to handle, which have all this. Oh my god. Oh, shoot me now. Do good alien samples spoil? No. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. So, good alien samples, I'm gonna put up here beneath the pipe, and then poor alien samples. Man, this is gonna get complicated. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to put this into its own block. And what is it doing? It's not linked. There we go. Okay. So now that is representing making the Peregrine. The Sarcoris might get its own block. I don't know. I want to look into casein. That's just Corlex milk, right? Basically. Corlex milk and, yeah, some sort of acid. Okay. So that's chill. Corlexes are just giant reptilian cow things. We need Corlex milk itself for good alien samples. We need microfiber. I'm not worried about microfiber. That's just like fiber and hydroxide. No big deal. Formamide is just... Oh, it's just CO2 and ammonia. That's no big deal. The methanol just is a reactant or something. Catalyst. I don't know what you call that. Arcad venom is going to be problematic because of arcads, but that's a different question. Primers are just... I assume we get the non-sea sponge recipe first. Yeah. 70% primers. Not even guaranteed. How fun. That's so rude. Alright. Yeah, so primers require more lab instruments, sap, phowoge, phytoplankton. Just a bunch of stuff, you know? Just a crap ton of stuff. So why don't we start with a few things that we can handle? Which is, I'd like to put moss, sap, and wood into the network. I mean, this is just gonna be a long journey. Like, you know, that's the danger of getting overwhelmed, right? If you're not careful. You look into that and you're like, oh my god, we're not gonna be there for another 100 hours or more. And that's true. And you just have to be okay with that. But the journey will involve a lot of moss. Like a lot of moss. So what I might do is see what's our next moss upgrade. Oh, we don't get moss stage 2 till Pi 2 science. Interesting. And it's not early in Pi 2 science either, I will note. If it was super early in Pi 2 science, I might have said let's just risk it and make like half of what we need. So it could be worth working towards our moss turd before then, because yeah, we have no extra options to make lots of moss. So then what we're gonna do is just make him a big moss block here. Okay, I do want the photo to be Pi 2 for this. This is the grand science plan. Goodness. Okay. So moss. And I forget, do I have a generic animal? I feel like, let me do some cleanup here. I don't want that. I don't need random. Okay, the AUG, let's say the AUG one is our generic animal. The small parts is our generic making a block of some random item. And then these are actual builds that we built out. That's our geothermal. Glass should go to the left with our metals. Glass can go like before aluminum. Coke. This is our red hot coke build. I feel like that actually kind of feels like a metal. This one I don't think I'm actually really utilizing for anything. This, I don't know what that was. Maybe just a test. Asphalt is an actual build we have. Batteries is an actual build we have. Hot air, I will probably put into multiple sections. Rubber, we make different ways, so that can go there. Okay. Oh, this is my compost. Figuring out area. Okay. Alright, so that's a little bit more organized. Now, back to what I was looking at. Was it animals? Maybe I should have plants and animals in two separate ones. Okay, I like that idea. So I'll make a new block for moss. And for now, we will just do the stone version. And let's just see what we need for one belt of moss. 75 buildings. That is kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot. What if we just go for like 10? That's a little bit more chill. And the CO2... didn't mean to click that. Do we have the other recipe yet? The biomass? The coke? No, yes, I do. Surely that's gotta be the way to do it. And then muddy sludge is just soil and water. Is there an easier way to make it? 4 seconds to make 100. Five seconds to make 150. I mean, not really. It's a byproduct of a million other things, but this is really the way to make it. Alright, and then the soil. Okay. That's pretty simple. Just needs some stone and compost, or biomass. Now, back to where do I... So now we need to provide biomass to the train network. And there's going to be a lot of ways to do that. Like, because if you think about all the different things we're going to be trashing in the trash network... Sorry, I need some coffee. There's going to be a lot of biomass coming from that. Kickalc, however, is probably the best way to make biomass directly. We already found out biomass from logs is pretty good. So that's one option, but let's look at the kickalc version. Let's see, kickalc. How do I spell it? Yeah, like that. And then, shoot, I have no idea which one of these we're looking at. Let's not show hidden for now. Oh, it still shows the turd ones. Is it locked recipes? Yeah, there we go. That takes off the turd. It's probably this one is the simplest, so that's probably the first way we get to craft it. And then in that block, kickalc product becomes good gravy. It's 70 biomass per kickalc. That is nuts. 70 off of one little dandelion. They must be big dandelions, like the size of a tree kind of size. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. Okay, and then matrix solve, and then set you to 15. Oh, that is not good. Okay, logs are way better than kickalc for biomass. At least right now. Once you get more efficient ways to make kickalc, that could change, but... yeah. Can I... Unfortunately, those don't seem to do anything in Matrix Solver. I think that's why I had done it this other way. Okay, but more or less, this is close to what we need. Now, what was all this? I needed moss for... This was like me trying to make wood from nothing, I think. Yeah, I was trying to make the stone. I mean, we're not actually going to do that. We're not going to make the stone from nothing. We'll just import some stone for our log production, of course. Alright, so there's the actual cost and the actual number of buildings we need. And that's if the ash is... What is happening here? It's making exactly double the amount of ash we need? But why? I think it's making the amount of water we needed for both of those put together before. Anyway, we can also import ash, so that's not a big deal. And then the actual moss we do need, but we're going to import the moss as well. Okay, so this is what we're actually looking at. And it's not very expensive at all. It's only two fastwood forestries for a full belt of biomass. Part of this is aided by the fact that we have the better wood ratio. So we are getting twice as much biomass from wood as other players would, but even then it's still better than tier 1 kickalc. Again, once you get better forms of kickalc, that might change, but at least for now... Oh, I guess there's the other recipes, right? No, we get one other recipe. We get this one. Okay, well we can at least look at that if we use that one instead. What would that look like? I would need a pretty tiny amount of lamps, and it would only be 8.5 buildings. That is a lot better. So by the time you get to like stage 2 and you actually get kickalc tier 2, it might just be more efficient. But anyway, I'm just thinking of, we need some basic form of biomass production, and I think that's going to be wood. So all of that is boiled down to the first thing I'm going to put on the train network, plant-wise, is going to be a wood farm. I think. Yes. Now we are going to need some moss for that, so it's a little bit of a cycle. Because wood needs moss, and moss needs biomass. Wait, does moss need biomass? Wait. I've confused myself. Yeah, moss needs biomass for the CO2, and biomass needs moss, needs wood. Yeah, it is a loop. It's a loop that shouldn't break down, but it would be kind of bad if it did. I can always make coke out of coke. I can make CO2 out of coke if we need to. So it doesn't have to rely on biomass. We can also have like the moss can make its own biomass if we had to as well. Because each moss is like, what, 3 biomass? So... yeah, 4.3 biomass a piece. So, you know, we have more than enough moss here to make our own biomass if we have to. So I could put in a failsafe of some sort. But yeah, for now, let's work on designing our tree block. So our tree block... is gonna be something like this. And let me just make sure logs don't have... Okay, sorry, I can do this. Log. Oh, but again, see, no, there is a reason I keep clicking on FNEI. It's faster to get to it through FNEI, weirdly enough. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure logs aren't used in other things. See, it's so annoying. They are used in a couple other places. So we are going to need to export some logs too. It's mostly going to be wood, but there are some things that require logs themselves. Fungal substrate. Looks like it always requires logs. No, that's special fungal substrate. Yeah. As far as I can tell, the only recipe for fungal substrate does need logs. Okay. Oh, there's so many things. So many things to manage. And then the crud pyrolysis requires logs as well. I don't know if we'll ever do that. It seems useful. What's bio oil get us, by the way? Bio oil used in refined syngas with nickel, condensates and raw coal, or condensates and low medium distillates, or just straight natural gas. Okay, that's kind of nice. Or slightly more natural gas and no petroleum if you include an exhalate plate, or you can just get straight raw coal from bio oil. Okay, so bio oil definitely is useful. Anyway, I'm getting into the weeds. Let's work on this build. Let's work on this build. So this is the wrong wood recipe, first of all. We need the turd one. This one. Yeah. And is that the correct wood processing unit? This says turd WPU. Which one do I actually have access to? Just the regular WPU. Crafting speed of 1. Okay. That one. Make that the default. Alright, so we're only gonna... Oh my gosh. It's insane how much one wood processing unit can handle. Now, we can use muddy sludge now. I was gonna say tailings. It looks like tailings. It used to be tailings. That's why my brain said that. In fact, I think... Hey, pydevs, if you're watching this, fix your damn game. No, I'm kidding. But I actually think that icon is the old tailings icon. If you look at what the muddy sludge is, a lighter brown, and I'm pretty sure that's still the tailings icon that's in the that's in the tree. Ugh, I can't talk. In the log recipe that includes muddy sludge, it used to include tailings, and I don't think they've changed the icon. And that is actually the tailings icon. I think it is, based on... It's really small, but I'm pretty sure that's tailings and not muddy sludge. Anyway, the question is, which version do I want to use? The ash version, or the muddy sludge and CO2 version? Or the muddy sludge and ash and CO2 version? Probably that one, right? So this is 6 logs and 40. This is, oh my god, 8 logs and 15? Holy crap. And the only difference is it's muddy sludge instead of water. And we add in 350 CO2, which is not that much. And that's only 7.5 forestries instead of 27. That feels like a pretty good deal. And the amount of biomass that I need for this is not that much. It's only 5. And a wood makes how much biomass? Yeah, we're talking only 1 wood per second would go back into biomass. Or, yeah, back into biomass. This is where we actually want to type wood and filter by ingredient. And then we can find the biomass recycling recipe. Put that at the bottom. Now, why did that break it? I'm not really sure. Oh, it didn't. I just need to type it in. Okay. So that's good. Then we need the muddy sludge. Which, yeah. I'm just trying to think right now. Is it ever going to be worth providing muddy sludge as trash? Because it really does feel weird to have to put 10 washers on it when we're getting it all over the place. It's just kind of a pain to, you know, set up a station for it, but this is a non-zero amount of muddy sludge. Now that I'm looking at it. That's a little more than I thought it would be. This is still easier than 20 more fastwood forestries, especially given how big the buildings are. But that is a significant investment. And then the ash we will import via train. And then the tree seeds will be made in a loop. Okay. And I think that's it. And then this water is made via pump jack. And this should take care of my wood problems basically forever. Like, almost literally. I mean, it's going to be a long time before we're using 40 wood a second. In fact, I might never be using 40 wood a second. There's a part of me that wants to start this at half capacity, half calf, and then we can always copy it later, because this feels a little bit like overkill. Let's maybe go to 30. That feels like a good even amount. Two yellow belts worth. Alright, so now we get to craft all this. You know, a logistics mall where we can make all this crap is sometime in the future. Yeah, definitely sometime in the future. Because crafting all this by hand is starting to become a pain. Grab some logs here. Wood processing unit, I only need 1. Fastwood forestry needs a bunch of stuff. Oh, it needs steel and steam engines, which apparently I'm out of both. I can fix that. Steel. Okay. Fastwood forestry. I'm still missing probably stone brick. Yeah. Let's go grab some stone brick. Haven't needed that in a while. Which is right here. And then I needed 2 more. High pressure furnace. 1 composter. 1 washer. 8. I need more steam engines. Soil extractors, 10. Alright. Oh, I have plenty of washers. Soil extractors. Probably out of iron plates. Yep. Grab some more of those from here. Soil extractor. That's 4, 9, 10. Botanical nursery. Needs planter boxes. Make 5, 6. Let's go grab some more planter boxes from right here. And then I needed 8. 2 more. Okay. And then finally pump jack. I'll just make a few more of those. Oops, we're out of small parts. Hold the phone. Okay, try that again. Pump jack. There we go. And what are we almost out of? Is it iron probably again? Yeah, iron, half intermetallics. Okay. Grab some more iron. And that's pretty much it. Cool. So where do we want to build it? I don't know. When do we want to build it? Right now. I mean, gotta build something in this block. So what are we deleting if we do this? We'll have to handle those power poles, but otherwise should be good. Okay. Yeah, am I okay with that? Because all our metals are right there. It feels a little risky to put... You know what? No. I think I'm not going to do trees there. I think I'm going to do trees over here. So we'll let the... Oh my gosh, sorry. My phone's blowing up and I need to turn it on. Silent. These group texts. Okay. Yeah, we'll build it over here, I think. And then now is probably a good time to straight connect. Put that there. That there. Okay. So the bots will get on that. I guess we need some more bots still. They're having to make longer and longer trips, so it's only fair that we give our base more and more of them to play with. Oops, I gave too many. Shoot. It's weird that like 15, why are 20 on the way to heat? Is it? Huh. I'm intrigued what that actually means because I don't want 20 to be landing in here if we need all the construction bots to be busy. Does that make sense? So like I'm curious when it says 20 are on the way, what are they actually doing? Are they coming to land here and then when they land here then they'll go off and do another job? Because that's not what I actually want. I want it to be when there's 20 spare, they get brought here to sit here. But yeah, I guess they just charge here and then they go off and do something else maybe. It's hard to know for sure exactly what that behavior looks like. But the important part is this will get built eventually. And then we can hop on the trains and start putting it together. We'll go over here. Oh, that's interesting. When you hop onto the tracks with Quick Ride, it turns on rail signal states. It's like a different... Oh, it's like a different map view. It's like there's remote view when you hit tab that has its own set of preferences. And then there's the remote view that happens when it opens a locomotive, which is a different set of preferences. Interesting. Huh. Very interesting. All right, so they're all getting that job done. We've got a crap ton of iron right here that I'm not going to delete just yet, but we might end up deleting. 60 million iron, jeez. But what's my iron patch down here? I guess that's only 14 million. I might run out of that. Not that there's not more in other places, of course. Lots of iron all over the place. So I don't really need to worry about it. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna try that thing that I was curious about. Like if we make a RoboPort that's not connected to the network, like right here, will bots charge at it even though they're not part of this RoboPort's network? Will they charge here is the question. It seems like they won't. It might take a minute though, but because I don't know if they register that this exists until, like, they might have to start a new flight. No, they should update mid-flight. I don't know. I don't know if they update mid-flight what roboports they could charge at. Or is it when they need to go charge, they look for the nearest roboport? You know what I mean? Like, I don't actually know how that all works, but it seems like they're not charging here. Is the skinny of it. So that means you do need the networks to be connected for them to charge. Yeah. I'll give it a minute. We'll try again later and see if they charge there. But they're certainly not doing it right now. Okay. And then this is our boundary, so we can kind of build into this corner a little bit. With, of course, a nice, you know, margin. I'm going to turn off my bots for right now. You guys don't need to be working on this stuff. Alright, and then, yeah, we're just gonna get started here. I think I'm gonna go 10... I think we'll go 20 tiles from the rails to have a good healthy margin. Alright, so there and there, kind of my... Don't build on those walls. Alright, so we'll put our pump jacks in the corner here. They're gonna be water. And then that goes into 2 places. Mostly soil extractors. And the soil extractors all go into washers, so we'll have to figure that part out. And then... just trying to think about size-wise how this is all going to line up, because we've got 6 of these, which I'll probably just put in a straight line. And then washers are kind of small. These are kind of big, and there's 10 of them. So part of me wants to do it in 2 rows, but then that might not line up. Let's play with it. If I do 5, and then I do 8 washers in a row, what happens? Kind of like 6 to 5. Not exactly, but close. The other problem is these have inputs and outputs too that wouldn't be met by doing it this way. So, oh, I just realized that, you know, I know Rygaard said it's never going to change, which is a bummer to me. When you are, okay, so I'm not totally crazy. So I complained before about this. Like, I can't just drag my right mouse button to remove the blueprints. And when I was complaining about that, I was saying it's because that's how it worked before. It's also how it works now when you're not in map view. Look, when I just drag the right mouse button, it just deletes them. So that explains a little bit of why I keep finding that to be annoying, is because when I'm not in map view, I remove blueprints by right click. But when I am in map view, I can't just remove them quickly, and I have to start the deconstruction process on the blueprint. That's actually really interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. See, that's so easy. That's how I like it to work. But in map view, you can't. You have to click and hold first. That's really interesting. I'm curious what the reasoning for that is. I'm guessing it's to prevent accidental deconstructions, but that prevention doesn't exist in personal view. So why does that exist in map view and map view only? And it's a change. Like, it didn't used to be that way. So it's like the devs actively decided we need to change it so that that doesn't happen that way. Very interesting. Anyway, I'm still feeling like direct insertion could be the solution here, because we need 8 washers. which is that many. 8 to 10. Or should I go 2? Should I go something like this? Actually, that feels the best. I think I'm gonna go with something like that. So we'll space these out. Yeah. Entity Ghost doesn't support moving. Classic. All right, so we'll space these out like this. You know what we need is big power. I don't think I grabbed any. Oh, I guess I have 2. Okay. Well, the bots haven't quite gotten here yet, but I would like some lamp. I love lamp. Action. But yeah, let's say the blue arrow right in front of the soil extractor corner. And then each one of these is providing how much? 2 a second. So we need 2 there. But then each of these is splitting between the 2, so I should be able to do 1 and 1. Wait, I put that in a different... What? Oh, that, yeah, that goes there. And then that one does 2? No, I did that one. There we go. So now they all have 2 out. I mean, that feels weird, but I'm pretty sure over time that balances out all right. Pretty sure. So I'm holding spacebar right now and nothing's happening. In fact, I'm tapping spacebar. Am I out of soil extractors? Did we not craft the amount we needed? Hold on. Are they oh, they're used in botanical nurseries. That's why. That's funny. I was like, what the heck is going on here? There we go. There it is. All right, so then this water needs to be attached. And I want to start using, it's a little bit more work, but using the one directional ones where I need to, because as we start using the niobium pipes, that then would be an open connection going all the way out to like here. And that it's just way more likely that with the niobium pipes, you end up having an open connection that you accidentally connect to. And right now there are some pretty nefarious bugs that relate to that problem in a way that would end up deleting your entire fluid network of one type or another. Oh, that's so great. Oh, that's so satisfying. All right, and then you are unidirectional. Okay, and then these guys will connect with this one. The reason I have a bidirectional is because I actually think we're going to go out the front with Muddy Sludge. And then this one goes over. And then T-junctions to attach to that water. T-junctions to attach to this water. Goes over there. Extend. Okay. That seems pretty solid. I don't love that there's going to be soil on the ground. There's not a great way to prevent that. Would this prevent it? I actually don't know. Let's find out. I guess we need power. I just wanted to flip it. Oh well. Fine, I'll do it manually. Well, I guess the next question is, does having a power pole there prevent? Wait, this didn't work out the same. Oh, I get it. It's because... yeah, the washer doesn't have the connections on the same side if you rotate it. So I needed to flip those vertically for that to look perfectly symmetrical. How much do I care about that? I care enough to fix it, I think. I care enough to fix it. It looks nicer. It also means that this will be symmetrical sideways wise, but what's annoying is I have to remove that and then I can flip. Wait, what? Oh, I must have missed one. Yeah, I did. Alright, shift, delete both of those, create, flip it horizontally. Then I can make it exactly symmetrical. And then I have to do the pipes all over again. I would love for the advanced fluid handling mod maker to fix that problem, to make them rotate properly. I don't know how easy that would be to fix. I don't know if it's even fixable. But it's like you can flip it horizontally. You know, that becomes that. Like that should work. If I hit H, it does work. But if I do this and then I hit H, okay, it's still not. Wait, what? Oh, it's claiming this one can't. See, but that's not true, because this one should flip to this one. Now, maybe the problem is that under the hood, those are different entities. Yeah, iron pipe to ground with left underground connection, iron pipe to ground with right underground connection. So the problem is that those are different entities, and I think that's where the issue's coming from. These ones flip okay because they are the same, just rotated differently, but those ones don't work, even though conceptually they work. Under the hood they're different things, which is a bummer. Okay, we're really close to having this done. I'm gonna help it along. Oh no! No. Alright, we're almost there. You know what? I don't got time for this. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time for that. But at least we don't have to worry about deleting the whole pipeline now when we do that. So that's pretty nice. Alright, so now the question is basically like, you know, will the soil extractor put soil onto the ground is kind of the question here. Or will the medium electric pole being there block it properly? Nope, it still puts it on the ground. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Yeah. So I think the only solution... Will an inserter block it? An inserter does block it, actually. Interesting. Like it won't place onto... No, sorry, it didn't block it. It's still there. Okay, I think the only way to block it is to just have a blocked chest. I think that's the only way to do it. That's bothersome to me, that there's not an easier way. Alright, put that there. Put that there. Okay, so we've got all these block chests. And then power poles are all reset. Okay, so now we can do, and I think we lost an inserter somewhere. That one has two, that one has two, that one has two, that one has two. Nope, we're good. Okay. Alright, and then at this point, the thing that I have to do is just that. And then copy it, hold shift, remove that one, that's the issue. Create blueprint, hit H, line that up, and then I need to place this one properly, and then we're good to go. Build all that, connect the power, and now we should be muddy sludging it up all day long, baby. Now, why are these not inserting? Oh no, what's going on here? Wait, isn't this a bug? Because once this output gets emptied out, then the input won't have enough to run a recipe. I think this is just a bug. So the inserter is claiming the target is full when it's not at the automated insertion limit. It should keep going up to 20, even if the output is full. Right? Isn't that how it's supposed to work? Have I gone mad? Does it never work that way in other buildings either? Is it only with fluid output buildings that they work that way? What would be an easy example for us to get output full on? Maybe like iron sticks. So let's try this and see what happens. So we'll let it get to output full. And then we'll see what an inserter feeding plates does. Weird, it doesn't put any in there. I guess this is just how Factorio always works. But then that creates these weird delays where after the output's full, it doesn't immediately start running once the output's emptied out. That's really interesting. Now, the output shouldn't be full if you're consuming all of it, so like those little delays don't really matter in like 99.999% of cases. But you can see a little delay there where it's not accepting input. Huh. Okay. Whatever. Like I said, it's not a problem in 99.99% of cases, because if you're using the output won't be blocked, right? So it doesn't really matter, but that does feel odd to me. Okay, let's move this over here. You know, I'm just gonna let my bots do the work. think that'll be a little faster. Personally, and I don't know how Code Green feels about this as the creator of the mod, I don't love that the vacuum time is related to the mining time, because it's a deconstruction mechanic. I want the vacuuming to be consistent, timing wise. Oh, it even vacuums up items off the ground. That's amazing. I never knew that before. That's so cool. That is so cool. But yeah, because it's deconstruction, I'd rather be able to just evenly kind of vacuum over a whole area and it picks up everything at the same pace, rather than certain buildings that take a long time to mine are going to mean that you're just going to have to wait there forever while you're vacuuming it up. Just because other deconstruction methods are all instant, you know, like bots, it's like the mining time doesn't matter. And so it kind of creates these inconsistencies in how long it takes you to vacuum up things. Oh, I see the problem. There's a lot of soil in all these. That's why it's taking forever for the bots to do this. Oh, and now it's done. Okay. So that fixes that problem, and then throw a lamp in there. No, don't go build those things. I almost wish I could prohibit my bots from building specific buildings. I don't think that's possible, but that would be kind of nice. Because it's like, I don't want them to build rails or signals or roboports or big power poles. You know, and that would mean that most of the time they wouldn't be trying to interact with those rail buildings. Alright, so we got soil washers done. Pump jacks done. So now we're on to bigger and badder things like these fastwood forestries. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I want a 2x2 area. Or 3x2 area. Why is... Did I not build 6? Blueprint shotgun is a little wonky sometimes. I'm hitting space. It's not building it. Wow, yeah, no, something's wonky there. It's been pretty... I've noticed it a bunch of times before, and I haven't said it just because it's not that big of a deal, but it does have some weird... Like, when you're trying to just build over a group of stuff, it gets a bit weird sometimes. I'm imagining it has something to do with the giganticness of these buildings. That's probably at fault somehow. But anyway. Do we want a sushi loop? We've got 2 solid inputs and 1 solid output. Ash is a pretty huge input that doesn't spoil. Seedlings are a medium amount, only 1 a second, so I guess a small amount. That does spoil. And the seedlings spoil into biomass. Which is kind of ironic because I need biomass. No, sorry, they decay back into tree seeds. Never mind. So basically, when a tree seedling spoils, we do lose some net tree seeds, right? No, we actually gain net tree seeds. That's the problem we ran into before. Because if they keep spoiling, we end up with too many tree seeds. Because 1 tree seed makes more than 1 seedling, and then those spoil into 3 tree seeds, which then makes 9 tree seedlings. So if you have this weird loop of spoilage, you can run into problems. So we might control the nurseries to not make seedlings if we're not currently needing logs. And then at least we only have 1 round of spoilage per round of needing logs produced. And that should more or less fix things, because we're going to be sending train loads of wood away, which then means logs are going to run for long enough that it should use up the, you know, the excess tree seeds that were produced. I'm not for sure on that. We might have to think about it a little bit more, but yeah, do I want a sushi loop? And I think the answer is yes. I mean, it really simplifies this whole process. And actually, no, it's not going to work. We need ash to be a separate belt is all. So ash will come in from the trains and just come down the middle here. And then, because each building is gonna need basically 2 a second on ash. So we need something like this. And then that. And then that. Okay, so that's the ash. And I'll have something like this to give me some space. So the ash comes in, and then this is our sushi loop. Comes around town. Maybe to here, turns around, comes down. And there we go. So there's the loop that logs, seedlings will live on. And then we need these guys. Probably should connect them on the inside, because that's just going to be a lot more efficient. Space-wise. I'll do something like this. And this. Just let my bots do it. What the heck? Where did those bots come from? Where did those bots come from? Where are they going? Did they come from over here? Maybe they did. Apparently. And we've got more bots. I will say it is nice to have Blueprint Shotgun to override when bots are coming from a long distance away. We can kind of just say, nope, just kidding. I want that thing. Alright, so we'll do CO2 on that underground path, and we'll do moss or muddy sludge on this underground path. Which means I want that to only go down. Same with this one. Because, I mean, you know, the niobium pipes are long enough that if I was up near the train, I could end up connecting to something on that block, you know, later on, that I build 500 hours later. And we don't want that. Alright. This is looking pretty good. And then... then we need our 8 nurseries, mostly. Oh, it's down here. Oh my gosh. We're at 1 hour and 14 minutes. I need to be done with this episode. Holy crap. That's how you know you're having fun. The time disappeared, y'all. The time, it just melted. It melted away. It didn't tell me where it was going, but it left. It left the building. Time has left the building. I did not ask for that, but it left me. All right, you know, I should have built this the other direction. I don't know why I started. No, see, this is so annoying. No. Oh man, Global construction zone has some serious downsides, I will say. Because it's going to steal buildings that we need, and it's going to take them very far away, because we don't have any storage in this area of the base. And so then it takes them very far away, and then they end up... In fact, we might have lost one, because I'm pretty sure I crafted 8. That is unfortunate. What if I get this one built, and then I ghost that one? Will it get built by the bot network? Or did I just not craft enough? That is in the construction zone, and it's saying it's missing the material for construction. But is that because there was a bot that stole it that's just not delivered it yet? If a bot has picked one up and it's delivering it to storage, does it count as being in the network yet? I don't see any bots that look like they're on their way back to storage, so maybe I just didn't craft 8. Anyway, I need to be done with this episode. We will finish setting up this whole tree seed nonsense in the next one. But yeah, this is a nice, coming together nicely build. Excited about it. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one.